All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. It's coming with you with another article. Okay, this time, as this whole back and forth with U.S. and China, it's like on and off, on and off, on and off. All right, and as we can see, it's back on again. All right, but this time it's worse than before. Okay, because here it is today. The Dow dropped what, 700 points. Okay. So I'm gonna read this article real quick. It says, global stock markets crash as U.S. trade war with China escalates. And it's because each time they try to come to a deal, and then they're not able to accomplish that. The tensions get even higher because now each country takes it up a notch. So it says escalation of U.S.-China trade tensions spooked investors as Wall Street opened deep in the red on Monday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell more than 580 points, or around 2% after the opening bell. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq Composite were down 2% and 1.3% respectively. U.S. stocks followed the downturn on the Asian markets. Japan's Nikkei declined 1.74% on trade tension concerns, while Hong Kong's Hang Seng fell 2.85%, and China's Shanghai Composite closed 1.62% down. European stocks also tumbled on Monday. So you see how with just the U.S. and China going back at it, how it affects all these different countries and their stocks. Okay, so now if something like the American economy was to collapse, how much do you think that would affect the global economy? Okay, because it's all interlinked. It says European stocks also tumbled on Monday, with the FTSE 100 representing the leading companies listed on the London Stock Exchange, down 2.78%. France's CAC 40 dropped by 2.26%, and Germany's DAX was trading more than 5% lower in late afternoon trading. All right. It says U.S. President Donald Trump took to Twitter Monday to call Washington's trade war rival China a currency manipulator after the renminbi dropped below 7 per dollar for the first time in over a decade. Now you're having a lot of things happen, that they keep saying this is the first time this has happened since 2008, or this is the first time this has happened in over a decade. With the Fed. Now, the Fed's lowering interest rates was so they can help the economy, quote unquote, so they can like sort of assist it, all right, so it can stay on par. But now with this whole thing going on, how do you think that's gonna escalate things? All right, so it says China's national currency sank following Trump's earlier threats to hit Beijing with new tariffs in less than a month, amid the escalating trade standoff between the two world's largest economies. The president was quick to say that the move will eventually backfire on China. It's called currency manipulation, he tweeted. This is a major violation which will greatly weaken China over time. All right, now all this going on. Look, like we keep saying, eventually it's not gonna be just talks and talks and talks, man. They can only keep going at each other for so much before something big happens. Before something, one country takes measures so far that it just like affects. What I mean, it just affects global trading overall. Okay, because anybody with common sense can see that this is not it's not quieting down. All right, it's not cooling off, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. All right, and really, it's not just with a trade war with U.S. and China, but the economy, the global economy overall, is just doing bad. Okay, and these elites are looking for an excuse to crash the economy. A scapegoat. Okay, so it says it's not the first time Trump has slammed China for this, but the U.S. Department of Treasury refrained from officially labeling Beijing a currency manipulator, placing it on the monitoring list instead. Apart from China, the list now includes Japan, South Korea, Germany, Italy, Ireland, Singapore, Malaysia, and Vietnam. That's a lot of people, a lot of countries. All right. It says the People's Bank of China, which is in charge of the yuan's exchange rate, blamed the weakening of the currency on the US's own actions, such as unilateral protectionist measures, as well as the expectation of additional tariffs on Chinese goods. According to Xinhua, the central bank also said that the yuan has strengthened 20% against the dollar over the past 2 decades. Okay, and guess what, man? Let those tariffs that Trump said he's gonna impose kick in. All right, which means he's gonna put tariffs on all the things that China imports. Okay, and September is just less than a month away. Okay, and now the thing is, getting to the end of the year, really, like stock experts say, it's the most delicate time. All right, it's the fourth quarter, so it's the most delicate time where, let's say, throughout the year, things weren't going so well, or the country wasn't making too much money, or whatever the case may be. A lot of them depend on the ending of the year to make it up, because that's where a lot of these holiday seasons are in place. But as we saw take place last year, things weren't going too well. Okay, people weren't really shopping as they should. I believe what it wasn't at the you had a government shutdown. All right. So with this trade war getting worse and worse, going into the fourth quarter, all right, getting to the end of the year, all right, it's really gonna take a big toll. All right, getting to the end of the year, leading into next year. Okay, and not to mention the whole farmers not being able to plant their crops. That also takes a toll on the economy. Okay, believe it or not, because a lot of those crops also get exported. Okay, but if they're not even able to plant it, how's that gonna happen? So you have things that are happening, worldwide. All right, and it may seem as though they might not be related, but all these things you're gonna, as they start to escalate and get more and more intensified, you're gonna start to see how each of them is gonna affect each other in terms of the collapse of America. All right, and the collapse of this global system. Okay, so we are literally living in the last minutes, the last seconds of this kingdom, all right, of Esau's rulership. Okay, and he's gonna try and kick it into 2.0, all right, but that's when the Lord is gonna stop him. But before that, the scriptures say, man, he's gonna come down with great wrath. All right, let me get that real quick. All right, Revelation 12:12. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, woe meaning destruction, and of the sea. For the devil is come down onto you, having great wrath. Now, this isn't talking about spiritual demon Satan, all right, but more of his physical counterpart, all right, which would today be these Edomites, all right, primarily their heads, all right, the rich, top rich elite bankers. They are the ones who the scriptures refer to as the devil in this verse, because they are the ultimate deceivers. Okay, and that's what the word devil means. It means deceiver. Look it up. Okay, because people just automatically imagine a red dude with horns and a pitchfork and a long tail. No. All right. It says having great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Yeah. All right. Because his plan is to do away with this system. All right. And like that's why they deal with the phoenix rising from the ashes. Their plan is to destroy this system. All right. Or have a hand in breaking down the system so they can renovate it. They want to renovate their kingdom to have total world domination, where everybody's microchipped, they're in rulership, everything's under their control. They know wherever everybody is. They have control over everything. That's what they want. One world government, one world currency, okay, one world religion, quote unquote, and all that. But the Most High he's not with that. Okay? He's not with that. They tried that in the tower during the Tower of Babel, and the Lord showed them that he wasn't with that. Okay, and he's gonna do it again. Nevertheless, this is just another update, all right, concerning this whole trade war, man. And Lord willing, it just gets worse and worse and worse, man. All right, this whole back and forth stuff, man. We're waiting for something to happen already. Okay. But as the scriptures say, man, the Lord is not gonna frustrate the patience of his saints, okay, which are Israelites. So, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Shalom.